this is Dwight Shelby with the Opposite Force Parkour. It is a beautiful Sunday today, and we're looking for parkour spots. Now, the main reason that this is important is because I was asked by one of my buddies, D-Docs, from Parkour Macaria. Hey, D-Docs, hello, Parkour Macaria, on how to find parkour spots. And actually, right now, I'm looking at six spots in just this one little area. Now, we are in downtown Lake Charles, Louisiana, and you can ask anybody that does parkour in Lake Charles that there's not really that many great places to find connectivity here for your movements as far as parkour or free running. Now, free running is a little different because you don't really need that many obstacles, not when you're throwing corks and back tucks and things. You can do those pretty much off of anything. But we're going to talk about actually being able to build functional parkour movement with the few obstacles that we can actually find, all right? Now, this is not just about actually doing parkour moves. This is also about exercising, okay? So we actually just did a video in this exact same spot about doing jump overs, okay? So we want you guys to think about that. Now, there's a couple little tricks that you can do. I mean, you can go on Google. You can go on Google and you can find an aerial view of some spots. And that is also true for this place. We are at the amphitheater here in downtown Lake Charles, and if you were to look at this place from an aerial view on Google, you would actually see that there are a few things that we can actually do some pretty slick moves here, and we can get some serious training done. So we're gonna move around just a little, and I'm gonna show you guys how to find some really interesting parkour spots. There's lots of birds, it's really pretty. Bench. Parkour spot, bench. I think the problem that a lot of newer parkour practitioners have is watching show reels. And you guys are seeing some of the most iconic parkour spots around the world. Okay, some amazing spots in Belgium. I've seen Belgium used a lot. Nice, France, which is one of the places where parkour was invented, where it was originally practiced. You're seeing some of these iconic spots in Hong Kong, some iconic spots in maybe Belfast, Miami, New York, Los Angeles, Melbourne. I know that all of those places have iconic spots. And you might live in a city where you're saying, I don't have any of that super cool stuff, okay? And I understand, because we don't either. But this is where you learn how to improvise. This can be one of your best friends, all right? Just learning how to do a few exercises. Just learning how to do a few exercises on a bench can be extraordinarily beneficial to you, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys real quick how to first of all do some box jumps, and then second, do box jumps that will help you practice your precisions. Okay, our standard box jumps, real simple, right? Okay, now you might be thinking, this dude's talking about parkour spots. Why is he doing freaking box jumps? Because if you're not exercising, you're not doing parkour right. Parkour is not just about doing Kong vaults over obstacles. Parkour is about preparing your body and mind for those movements. And part of preparing your body for parkour movements is exercising. It's one of the best ways. Now let's do some box jumps on the back here, which are actually going to be kind of funky because we only have this much space to land on. That will help you work on your precision landings. Make sure that you're keeping your feet close together just like you would be landing in precision. See if I don't fall doing this. Okay, that's all. Yes, I know this is slanted, so it's really difficult to actually stick your landing on, but that's something that you can work on, would be sticking the landing right on this corner. I wish you luck. It is very difficult. Parkour spot number one, technically number two. First one was the fountain. Number two is going to be this bad boy right here. So let's move on to our next parkour spot. We're still downtown. We're still in exactly the same place, right? But we found these cool things. I don't exactly know what I guess they stop people from driving up on the sidewalk. Weird. All right, so that was a failed experiment. They moved too much. I think there's like little concrete pylons, and these are on top of them. So there's a lesson for you, okay? Not hard learned. I could have fallen and learned that lesson a little more a little worse than what I did, but good thing I have good balance and I was able to stick that landing even though it was super wobbly. So every spot that you find for parkour is not going to be great, all right? That's part of being able to just sort of, you know, improvise things, and you sort of just have to see if they work. That one did not work, but if these were more solid, that'd be a great spot to get some parkour moves done. So let's move on to spot number 4. All right, guys, parkour spot number 4. This is really pretty. It's funny because these are actually from the Twin Towers from 9/11. So it's really cool that we get to train right here. That's pretty sick. But this spot's awesome because you've got this little spot that you know, you can practice dive rolls. You don't have a lot to go over as far as height, but there is a nice height transition where you'll be coming from a lower spot into a higher spot for your roll. So you will still have to arc your body high enough to make sure that you get down that hill properly. Now this is all about parkour vision, and parkour vision is something that I bring up a lot personally. I don't think we've talked about it yet on the channel. Parkour vision grows. As you grow with parkour, the more that you learn about parkour, the more movements that you learn, the more your mind will open up and tell you where you can work on things. Now this is a pretty freaking long precision, and I really hope I'm not going to get wet, but let's give this a shot. We're going to try this one first. Oh, this is real dumb. I was afraid of sticking it because, you know, water. It's not even deep water. These are brand new and I don't want to get wet. So there's lots of different places that you can find to do parkour movements, all right? Train hard, find different places to train, really unlock that parkour movement, really unlock those parkour skills, and after a while that parkour vision will sort of just come to life where you will find different places where you can train. Now these were 4 different spots that we found to practice some movements in just one city. But you might be thinking, what if I live in a desert region? Or what if I live in a place where they say we can't play on things like that? What if I get harassed by the police? Improvise. Improvise, improvise, improvise. I don't care if you're dive rolling over trash bags. I don't care if you're throwing Websters off of tires, okay? In life, we must improvise to make it through life. In parkour, we must improvise in order to become the best, okay? Do not give up. That is the most important aspect of parkour. We all know that one of the strongest aspects of parkour is train it until you get it. Drill it until you get it. That is the same thing with your tenacity. You must be tenacious if you plan on making it anywhere with parkour. Don't give up. I don't care how many times you get hurt. I don't care how many times you scrape your shin. I don't care if you have trouble finding places. If you love parkour, you simply don't give up on it. And that is the most important thing that I feel I can teach any of you. For all of the flips and wall run-ups and vaults and anything else that I could possibly teach you, the philosophy and thought process are actually the strongest things that I feel I can teach any of you, okay? Learn to be tenacious. Find some personal adherence. Find a place in yourself where parkour is important enough for you to throw back tucks off of a trash can, to die roll over picnic tables, all right? To vault over tires. You know, here in town specifically, I know that we have a place, there's a shop for electricians, and they throw away a lot of those big, giant, round spools that they take wiring off of. And they throw away a lot of wooden crates, pallets, and they just put them outside. If you go and you ask for them here, they will just give them to you. If you take a truck, they will give you pallets, and they will give you spools from electrical wiring. Pallets are real easy to take home. Stick some wood glue between them, Gorilla Glue specifically, because it holds better. Stack up about 6 or 7 pallets, and I guarantee you they get up here. If you can't flip and vault and pre with some pallets, probably shouldn't be doing parkour, all right? And I know nobody ever wants to hear that because we say parkour is this place where anybody can come and train. But that is within reason. Anybody can do parkour within reason. You have to be willing to. If you don't have the will, you will not. It is really that simple. So that is what I'm going to leave you with. We showed you 4 pretty interesting spots to do parkour. you guys can go out and find your own places to do parkour, find some interesting places to get some training done, and hopefully you guys leave some information about the comments in the comments for me about some of the really interesting places that you guys found to train. You know, fight. Learn to fight. It really is that simple. So this is the White Show with the Opposite Force Parkour. I want you guys to like, share, and subscribe. We're going for 100 subscribers in July, and then from there, hopefully, we will skyrocket and see what happens. So I want you guys to go out and train. Later. Hey there, guys. Take a look at these awesome videos. Up in the upper left there, you've got some of our tutorials. Those are pretty sick. On the right, you have No Excuses Fitness, where we show people that they can exercise without any excuses. That one is Stop Sitting Around, where we do all of our workouts with just a simple chair. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there. We really like those. Check you later.